Good afternoon to others. My name's Michael Birk, and I'm here to talk a little bit about the Municipal Asset Management Program and the extension that FCM received through the federal budget of 2019. MAMP has been extended by 3 years, or until 2024, with an additional $60 million, also through Infrastructure Canada. While the program is not as large as the amount that Chris will be talking about, I will note that the extra $60 million was the only thing that allowed the allotment from Infrastructure Canada to go over the $1 billion mark. So FCM administers the Municipal Asset Management Program. Whoops, there was a part missing. Hang on there. Back up. Back. I guess it's only the English version. Okay, so FCM administers the Municipal Asset Management Program, or I'm going to call it MAMP, through the rest of this presentation, and it's now a $110 million program. And what we do is fund activities to help improve and ingrain rigorous asset management practices in local government's way of doing business. So the objective is to enshrine data-based decision-making for the services that local governments deliver to their residents. For that is the only reason any local government actually owns assets, so that they can supply services to their residents. So the logic model for the delivery of our program rests on 3 pillars. MAMP provides grants to our partner training organizations to raise awareness of asset management and to provide technical assistance to the municipal sector. MAMP also provides grants to local governments, supporting projects that will help them improve their asset management practices, allowing them to focus on those areas that are most relevant to them. So the funding can be used to improve their asset inventory. It can be used to assess the condition of their assets. It can create their asset management policy or a strategy or roadmap, or even the asset management plans. It's very flexible in terms of allowing people to work on what's important to them as it corresponds to their level of maturity in asset management. It can also be used to raise the level of understanding of asset management across the organization and sharing with our peers. Through the 4th pillar of our 4-pillar program, we want to be able to share that knowledge, the best practices, the templates, and other tools that are developed through the program with the municipal asset management ecosystem. So in 2 years of program delivery, we provided funding to support projects in all provinces and in the north. Interest in the program has been widespread across the country. We have partner organizations across the country delivering training programs to elected officials and to local government employees. In addition to these organizations with a provincial or territorial approach, we also have 5 that cover the nation. So between the direct funding and capacity building offers, FCM demonstrates that it can deliver programs effectively across the country. In addition to our partner organizations, we've also convened a table of about 40 asset management leaders in our technical working group who provide us with some valuable advice to guide the delivery of the program. So as one example of what we've done, I'd like to talk about one of our grant recipients. Pembroke is a city of about 13,000 people located in the Ottawa Valley. It applied for a grant to assess the condition of its road network. By the end of the project, they integrated the pavement condition index in their budgeting decisions or their asset management plan and developed a database capital and financial plan to prioritize their road work. In addition, through the project or outside the scope of the project, they acknowledged the value of having that structured asset management practice and obtained council approval for the hiring of an asset management coordinator. So this is really a good example of a town's council and the executive team taking concrete steps to ensure that asset management principles are integrated into the business processes over the long term. Here's another way of looking at our reach. The chart shows that the population distribution of the local governments we are touching with our program. About 80% of our recipients have a population of less than 10,000 people. In Canada, 80% of the municipalities have a population less than 5,000 people. So one of the questions that we want to answer or figure out is how do we increase our reach to get to those very small communities which may have less bandwidth to take on these projects. So this is one of the questions we'd like to answer over the next few months. Before relaunching the program, because of the extra $60 million, we want to be able to learn from the municipal sector how we can improve the program and to ensure that it's still relevant to the municipal sector and meets their needs. So we want to engage with provincial and territorial associations across the country. We want to consult with our partner training organizations, and we want municipalities' ideas for improvement. So the objective of this small, short presentation was to give you an update on what we've achieved so far through the Municipal Asset Management Program after allocating the first $50 million granted 2 years ago. I also want to provide you with a means to offer input for the next $60 million phase of the program. And one way to provide that input is, if you're a municipality, is to speak to your provincial or territorial association about what you'd like to see in the next phase.